Hello and welcome to today's episode of Beginners Forum TV Tech Videos. In today's session, we'll be discussing about requesting Google to remove a content from any of the Google platform like YouTube, Google Maps, or Google Search, etc. When we say Google platform, as I already said, there are a list of platforms Google is offering or a list of products Google is offering to the customers, such as Google Plus, Gmail, YouTube, Google Search, Drive, or Google Play for music, or Google Play for apps. It can be anything of, and you can request for the content removal to Google if the content is falling into any of the legal categories which is listed in Google's in the website. It can be like phishing content, or it has having the personal information, or it is having sexual abusive content like images or something, or it can be having copyrighted content or anything as such. So in this example, we'll be discussing about removing a content from the Google search results, which is actually engaged in a copyright violation. So let's start here. So the highlighted URL is the page you will be going to get the content removed or to get the request raised to the Google platform. So I'll be posting the link of to the URL in the description, in the video description below. So once you open this page, you will be getting a list of products offered by Google, such as Google Blogger or Google Plus, YouTube, or a short list it is basically. So if you select that see more products in the bottom, you will be getting a bigger list of products offered by Google. It can be and it can be of anything, any product which is offered by Google. You can see the list here. So you can raise a request to against any of these products where the content, this infringing content is present. So in this example, we will be raising a content removal request against Google search. In this example, as we already discussed, we'll be raising a content removal against a copyrighted content. So when you select Google search, you'll be taken to a new page where you will be getting a list of legal issues such as phishing content or sexual abusive content or any suspicious behavior or anything such of this category. So if your issue is not listed here, you have to select the option listed at the bottom saying that I have a legal issue which is not mentioned here. So when you select that option, you will be given more options as you can see here. It can be any personal data is listed or related to live comments or anything as such. But for now, we'll be selecting the option about copyright content. I have found an issue with the I have found the content that may violate my copyright. So that'll give another two options, whether it'll be asking whether you are the actual copyright owner or you are raising the request against someone else who is actually the copyright owner. So, or you are not sure about the copyright ownership. So you have to select, in this case, if you are the owner or if you are raising it against your friend or your colleague or someone who is the actual copyright owner. You have to select the option first option, which is yes, I am the copyright owner. Once you select the option about the copyright ownership, you will be getting two more options regarding the content type, whether it is an image or video, or it can be of any other content type. So you have to select the option if it is an image or video, but in this case, ours is a blog post. So we'll be selecting the option other. Once you select the option other, you will be given with a few instructions, and you will be given with a link to the online form where you have to fill in all the information about the content, the copyrighted content. And if you see the instructions, you have to raise a separate request for a YouTube complaint, and the link is separate. It is given in red, as you can see here. And as part of the instructions, you can see you have to provide a detailed details about the content, the actual content, the original content, and the copyrighted content, details about the copyrighted content, and the URL to both of the content. You can click on the form link given in the bottom to raise the actual content. So once you click on the link which is given at the bottom of the page, you will be redirected to a page of web search content removal of a copyrighted content. So you have to read the instructions, as I mentioned earlier. You have to read the instructions carefully before proceeding further with the complaint. So in this complaint, we have multiple sections. For the top, the instructions. Next, your contact information. Next, the third part is where you have to fill in the actual work details, descriptions, and fourth is about the URL to the actual original content. And the last is the URL or evidence to the copied content. So in the personal information field, you have to fill in your first name, last name, and your contact details, your company name. And if you are the actual owner of the copyright content, you have to mention that self, or if you are representing someone else, maybe a colleague of yours or a friend of yours who's actually owning the copyright content, you have to give their details there. The next section is about the details about the original content or your copyrighted work. So in this section, you have to give all the evidence towards your actual content, the details of the copyright ownership, and all other details. And in the next section, the next tab, you have to give the example of the URL to that content where the actual the content is posted at. And at the bottom, you have the infringing material URL where you can post the website URL, which is actually copying your content from your website. So that Google can check the content and verify the copyright thing. So at the end, you have to accept a few check boxes, which talks about the copyright statements. So you have to be carefully reading all these statements, and you will be accepting it. You have to be accepting it. So next is you have to give your signature, which should be a valid legal signature. It should not be a simple first name or last name or anything as such, and the date. And once you submit the complaint, you will be getting an email notification from Google. And later, if Google wants to have Any additional information about the complaint, they'll be reaching out to you on email, and you will be having to ask to provide more information about the complaint. If they're unclear about the copyright ownership or anything as such, they'll be reaching back to you. You can see your complaint details in your Google account in the removal page. You can see the status of the complaint, and of course, you will be getting email communication about the status also. If they are asking for more information, or if the complaint is completed or anything, you can see the status here also. So that's it from today's session. Hope you have enjoyed the session, and the session was informative for you. Uh, as always, request you all to share the content in your network, and do subscribe to our channel, and comment if you want to have us cover any other technical topic you have interest in, or you can even suggest any topics which you want us to cover in upcoming videos or in upcoming blog post. Thank you.